Our next guest has all the information you need to know about a mortgage solution. If you've been searching for a way to lower those dollar signs, aren't we all, each month, now is the time to make a huge change. Ideal Home Loans is a business that offers lower rates with a quick turnaround to get your new rates in place. In fact, you can have a lower rate on your mortgage once you apply in just 3 weeks without any payment. Here's another great part, due until May. Here with Ideal Home Loans and your mortgage solution, we welcome back Brent.
Hi, how are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Where are the rates?
Rates are good. You know, we've seen rates with everything that's going on globally right now. It's affecting things economically here at home. So rates are back in the mid to high fours. We've been bouncing around in that area now for the last couple of weeks. So down from the levels we saw of 5% just 3.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that, because with so much that's going on. So that is good news.
It is.
Why is now a great time to buy or maybe even refinance?
Well, when you're looking at rates being back in the fours like they are right now, we are back close to 50-year historic low rates. So when you consider that 40% of homeowners right now are paying 6% or more on their mortgage, those individuals right now can save $240 a month if they've got a $300,000 loan balance. So it's a big chunk of money you can put back in your pocket.
That adds up quickly.
It does, significantly.
This is another big question. How can someone benefit from a mortgage banker like yourself?
Well, the big advantage that we have is we're controlling everything in our office. So from start to finish, you're dealing just with our organization. We're not a middleman. When you go to a mortgage broker, they're out negotiating with the bank on your behalf. And what happens is anytime you layer somebody into the process, you're talking about more time, more expense, and that ends up being a higher monthly payment. With us, we're dealing with everything right in our office here in Greenwood Village. And what that also allows us to do, it's gotten very complicated in our business. There's a lot of changes, and they're happening very quickly. We're on top of all those because we're lending our own money, and we can help you navigate through all of those issues to make sure that ultimately you wind up with the best mortgage product that works for you in your individual situation.
Yeah, it's from point A to point B. It's not all the little things in between there.
Exactly.
What about, I know a lot of people might still be a little skittish about buying a new home, and the rates are getting better, but still the recovery from the economy. What would you say to them?
Well, what I would tell you is this really, since I've been in this business, this is the best time to buy a home right now, and there's a lot of reasons why. One, rates where they're at, even at 5%, it makes sense, but in the fours, your cost of money is even cheaper than it was before. The other thing to look at, there's a lot of inventory out there. So as we have people out looking around, in the past you maybe had 1 or 2 options in a neighborhood. Now you have 3 or 4 homes that are an option, so it's very competitive. You're able to go in and negotiate much more effectively than you've been able to in the past. The other thing to consider, home values in a lot of areas are still off 30 and even 40% from the highs that we saw 3 and 4 years ago. We have clients out right now looking around who have commented to us that they're able to buy $100,000 more in house for the same or for a lower payment than they were looking at 3 and 4 years ago. And that's a component of interest rates, inventory, and pricing.
Yeah, it is. If you can do it now, really it is the time.
Absolutely.
And Brent Ivinson from Mortgage from Ideal Home Loans can help you out. And here's our number, 303-867-7000. And they're waiting for your call. And then the website right there, idealhomeloans.com. FHA loans, you have some exciting news with that.
We do. You know, FHA loans are a great option for people with a less than perfect situation. And there's a lot of people out there. It's been a rough economy for a lot of people. They're looking for a solution that, hey, I've had some bumps in the road, and that's the product for those individuals. They offer more flexible guidelines. They'll go to higher debt-to-income ratios. They require less of a down payment. They require less equity if you're looking to refinance. But the bigger thing that we have available right now, and I don't know how long we're going to have this for, but it used to be we could only go down to a 640 credit score. We can now go all the way down to a 600 credit score, and that opens up a window of opportunity for a lot of people. So if you've been turned down and you've talked to somebody else in the past, call us because chances are we can help you out and save you money.
There's a lot of people going, oh, wow.
Definitely.
I just mentioned your website a minute ago, idealhomeloans.com, but take us through that. It's very informative, and people can even start there if they have questions.
They can. You know, one of the things, we talk about the fact that we can close a loan in 3 weeks, and we're actually closing loans in under that time frame right now, and the reason we're able to do that is the technology platform that's behind us, and that's our website. You can apply online. You can communicate with your loan officer online. You can submit all of your signed documentation and the necessary supporting documentation online. Everything can be handled through our internet site. It's an all-encompassing tool, and with as busy as people are and as hectic as people's schedules are, you can jump on at 9 and 10 o'clock at night, handle everything that way when you have time and things have calmed down. So it really is a great tool that helps out a lot of borrowers.
So Brent's saying there's no excuse.
Yeah.
You have the free consultation and the website.
Absolutely.
The number to call is 303-867-7000. Who could benefit from an adjustable rate mortgage?
Well, there's a lot of people who could. You have a lot of people right now who are looking at a short-term solution. Their property that isn't worth what it was before, they're not in a position to sell, but they don't want to stay for 30 years either. And we have a lot of people on the buying side who are in the same boat as well. They want to buy, but it's not going to be a long-term play. An adjustable rate mortgage is a fantastic option. And the reason being, the arms that are left in the marketplace are your traditional 3, 5, 7, and 10-year arms. Your negative amortizing loans, your interest-only loans, those are all gone. So what you're dealing with is a very stable product that locks you into an introductory rate for that period of time. And today, a 5-year arm, those rates are in the mid to low 3s. And when you compare that payment versus a 30-year fixed, it's $250 a month cheaper. That's money back in your pocket. If you're going to be in your home short term, it's a fantastic option that really makes sense for a lot of people.
And we're going through a lot of information in the 7 minutes that we have, but when people call, this can be overwhelming. When you're signing up for home and your new mortgage and refinancing, but you help them.
We do. We walk you through the whole process. And if you want to come in and sit down with us face-to-face, we are happy to do that. We'd love to do that. If you want to handle it over the phone, we can do the same thing. But the one thing that we want to ensure is you get all your questions answered and you know everything about the process. We're very big on education. We're very big on making sure that everybody knows everything that's involved, because we want to put you in a situation that works not only today, but works down the line for you as well. And through that process, we want to make sure you understand everything and you know all the features and benefits of the loan that we put together for you.
And then people dealing with not so perfect credit, and you mentioned that that score has been dropped, so that's probably helping.
It is. That is. FHA is really the product for people with not so perfect credit. And we can go all the way down to a 600 credit score, as we mentioned earlier. And it's a product that is more flexible. It is really bridging the gap for people that have really had a tough time for the last couple of years. And granted, we can't approve everybody, but if we can't put you in a situation where we can help you now, we're going to tell you what you need to do so we can help you down the line.
So if someone is worried, thinking, I've been wanting to do this, but I'm scared, you need to call, because now's that open window.
Well, it is. And the thing I would tell you is that right now you want to call us. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. We can look at your current situation. But what homeowners need to understand is you start to feel things get tight and you start to feel like, man, I'm getting close to getting behind. That's when you want to call us. You don't want to call us once you're behind 3 and 4 payments, because it's very tough for us to help you out at that point.
Is this for you what you do, seeing the trend? Is it a positive thing? I mean, you've seen a lot in the last couple of years.
We have. We have seen a remarkable change in our business in the last 3 and 4 years. I mean, it has changed completely 360 degrees. But what we're seeing now, we're seeing signs of loosening in some areas and, unfortunately, signs of tightening in other areas. So I think as we get through this year, you're talking about the privatization of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which are big servicing entities in our industry. That's going to probably have some tightening effects on the business. So what I would tell consumers is anybody looking to do anything this year, you want to call us now. We had this drop in rates that was unexpected. You're going to see things get tighter as the year goes on. To give yourself the best opportunity to qualify and to save the most amount of money, you want to call us right away.
Look at you. There you go. All in a nutshell. It doesn't cost to call or go online to see about lowering your mortgage with Ideal Home Loans. Their phone number, very important, 303-867-7000 to set up your free mortgage consultation today. Ideal Home Loans can have you saving money in just 3 weeks without your first payment due until May. Remember, Ideal Home Loans offers lower rates with a quicker turnaround time to put cash back in your wallet. There's no middleman. You go right to the source. The number again, 303-867-7000, and the web address idealhomeloans.com. Ideal Home Loans paid for this segment.